I am Risha J and welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a video in so long. However, I am just so grateful to do a video today because I feel like I need to. I need to do a video. I need to sit and chat, and I say this because this message has been on my mind and I'm like, what is a way of getting it out? I'm like, duh, put it out. And someone needs to hear it. Not saying everyone might need to hear it, but somebody needs to hear it. And I knew I needed to hear it when I received that word in my heart. So anyway, all I'm going to say today, guys, is I hope you have your drinks, all right? And I am drinking the Brut sparkling wine from my website. It is so good. Today is National White Wine Day, so I am drinking this in honor of National White Wine Day. So I'm excited. This topic is called I Hope You Heal. And the reason I decided to talk about this is because, y'all, so many people are going through things and we can't get through the next step if we don't come to terms of what is stopping us. What is something that we need to heal from, and what is something that has been hindering us, hindering our growth, and helping us become our best self. What is something that we need to come to terms with? Is it a family member that we need to talk to and we need to get over childhood traumas? Is it a friend that done you wrong and you realize, like, through all your friends you've thrown them away because you didn't treat them correctly because you thought that they would do what your old friend did to you? We need to address it within ourselves. And figure out what it is that's stopping us from being our best self. I think that we hold on to things too long and we don't realize that those things can be wasted energy that we're holding on to. And we're realizing, like, okay, I'm not becoming this my best self, or I'm not becoming this person that I imagine myself to be. And maybe it's just because you didn't come to terms with whatever it is that you didn't deal with in the past. And maybe in order to become your best self, you have to handle it. And I think that a lot of it also too, it shows up when we get older. And that's why, people, when I put out my podcast, people were like, oh, well, you got too deep, and your mother only knows what she knows. And I'm not ever shaming my mom. My mom done a wonderful job at raising her kids. Okay, like, literally, look at me. I am blessed and grateful. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so thankful for my mother. And I know she may not hear that all the time, but I'm grateful for my mom. And I think that people kind of misconstrued or misinterpret what I was trying to say. The message was about getting over trauma. The message wasn't about bashing a young mother who didn't know what she was doing. Of course, if you're a first-time mom and you're young, of course you're gonna have trouble. I mean, even if you're older, you're gonna have trouble if you're trying to raise a kid. I get that, and I don't even have kids, but as a teacher, as a previous teacher, former teacher, I know. I know what it could be like. And so people think when you don't have kids, you don't know, but I do know. Trust me, I know. And so I think that, we look at what's also on the outside too. Like, we look at, well, she got it all together, or that he's good, so I don't need to check up on them. And I think that's also too, that needs to stop, because I think that people are so focused in this generation, they're so focused on the outside, and they're not understanding that people can make it look easy. I'm telling you, they can make it look so easy, and they can carry it so differently than you are. And I think that we don't understand. I think a lot of this generation just lacks empathy. Heal, please. Heal. It is important to heal because you may have children, you may have nieces and nephews who need you. The kids do not deserve the broken version of you. So I think that, and that's also what I was talking about on the podcast. I'm not saying like, I wasn't blessed and grateful. I have been blessed to have the people that I had in my life and have still in my life. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm just thankful for my family, anyone who helped me through anyone. I'm grateful for them because they helped mold me into the woman that I am today. And I'm saying, like, we just got to get over the traumas, the things that we don't talk about that we usually sweep under the rug, and that has been going on for years and generations. That's all I'm saying. And it's starting to show up in your friendships and your relationships, and I think that we just need to get over that, because there comes a time that you're going to start seeing that you cannot get far without getting through that. In order to heal, you have to be responsible and accountable for your actions. And a lot of people just don't like that. They don't like to be held accountable. Like, you can tell when a person isn't healed when you can simply just be honest with them, your delivery is on point, but they get so offensive. Like, they get very offended, and it's just like, just by telling them like, hey, you know, I don't think I like how you spoke to me, and this, that, and the third. There's ways of actually communicating with people, and I think that we are just too comfortable with disrespect. Healing isn't something that we were taught. We were taught the toxic ways of things, and some people just don't want to let it go because they're used to it, and it's what they are. And I don't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been toxic before. I've been so toxic to myself to where I knew that I have been toxic to others. And I want to say, like, after you reach a certain point, you're going to be like, that is enough. Like, healing is so important. Getting closer to God is so important. And I think that a lot of us just get too comfortable with just being the toxic person or the nasty person or the negative person. And I feel like, and I know also too, that the words that you speak is what you will have. So if you speak negative, if you're always talking about people and you're always negative towards people, all of that is going to come back to you, love. So it's not going to leave. It's going to always be around you. But we expect it to be different, where we're not trying to be different. We're not trying to grow. We're not trying to get better. So my message today is that I hope you heal. I hope that you learn from your mistakes and know that your mistakes is not who you are. It helped you to become this person, to know that this is not what I want and I need to change. But the people who want change will change, and change will come, and then things will get better. And the people who don't want change, because they have grown so comfortable and they just settle for what it is, and whatever it is that they're dealing with, they just settle, and they're just like, I don't want anything else. I don't want to be better because this is who I am. And when you see that, you know, in people, you're like, okay, well, I can't change you. And people who are healed, my people who are healed, please know that you cannot change people. If you are ever dealing with someone who is just negative and they are just, stop putting yourself in situations where you've outgrown those situations, where you have outgrown those people. Do not put yourself around those things, those people and situations. You've outgrown them. Stop putting yourself around them, because all it's going to do is to remind you who you were when you were toxic, and it's going to actually, the toxicity is going to resonate with you again. And then that is the toxic, the toxicness is likely to change you and resonate on you than you are to change the toxic space in the environment. So all you need to do is keep your distance. Love yourself to know that you deserve more, that you have to remind yourself that I got on this healing journey for a reason. I love those people, but I have to distance myself from those people, and that's okay. And they may not understand that, because people are so used to how you used to act and who you used to be. And when you continue to be around those people, they're going to try to remind you all the time like you didn't know who you used to be. It's crazy. But it's only because they are not ready to change. And it scares them that you are changing, because it reminds them, oh, it could get better. It shows them that it can get better, that I can change, but I don't want to. And the moment you keep reminding someone who doesn't want to change that you've changed, it only grows envy and jealousy. I'm telling you, like, It's sad to say, but it does. And some will be attracted to the, the positive things that you have to say, the positive things that you've done, and how well you've grown. And some people just don't want to accept it because they're like, wow, this person really changed. Wow, I remember when she used to do this. I remember when she said this. I remember when she did that. And it just reminds them like, wow. Wow, she used to be one of us. Let me tell you something. God does everything for a reason. And I just want to say, like, really learn yourself. When you have a goal in mind, you have to understand that you cannot hang around the same people. So I'm saying that if you are healing or you're on your healing journey, continue growing. Through that healing journey, continue growing. It is not easy. I have to say things to myself every day to stay in alignment. Every day you have to feed your mental, every day positive words. And I just think that it is just important to just be alone in this time. And it is different, it's uncomfortable for you, but this is the best thing to do. And then you can feel free to welcome this new person. Be good to this new person. And God will find you. He will actually already have the people who was for you. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Something was in my eye. He will actually have the people who was for you waiting for you. So don't feel like you have to, I don't know who, I don't know what I'm going to do or who I'm going to hang around. Do not go back to what broke you. Do not go back to the things that didn't help you grow. Stay by yourself as much as possible. Stay to yourself as much as possible. Everybody is not for you, and they weren't for you before. They definitely want to be for you, or they're definitely not for you once you grow and you heal. And because the what shines within is going to irritate them because they have not gotten where you are. It's going to irritate them because they don't understand you. For one, so they're going to judge, and then for two, they're going to feel away because they see you change. And sometimes it gets them unsettled. But guess what? That's not your problem. Your focus is to focus on God and focus on your goals. And what you say to them. I hope you heal. Because we hope you heal. Cheers to that, okay? Period. All right, y'all. That's all I wanted to say today. It was on my mind and I had to put it on my YouTube channel because I'm always focused on words of encouragement. I'm always focused on mental health and mental tips and just things that can really soothe your soul just with positive messages. I love that. I am a sucker for that. And so I wanted to give and share with anyone who is needing some kind of inspiration, some kind of pickup, to get closer to who they desire to be. And I think that it is a beautiful thing when you let go of what you thought was for you. And it's okay. You were supposed to go through that season. So to be this person, you're supposed to go through that. You have to be that person and get to be this person. So I don't regret anything. I just want to say, like, anyone who's just struggling mentally or emotionally, spiritually, physically, get up and just do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you have. Start somewhere and just keep going. And that's just on period. And leave the rest in God's hands. Stop focusing on what you see and it's not what you want, whatever you see. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. Cheers to that, y'all. Cheers to just becoming and being the best person. And being the best person is showing love to people. Not being negative, not being nasty, showing love to people, because that's how you really are going to get far in what you're doing. It's showing love. Like, if you don't have nothing, if you don't have love, like genuine love to show, then you need to not be around people. You need to separate yourself, because my misery doesn't like company. So if you're miserable, love, I suggest that you talk to God. I suggest that you get help. I suggest that you help yourself and whatever it is that you can help yourself with. But misery is something else. And I just feel like if you are a miserable person, then you're going to drown in your misery if you don't get help, if you don't get better, and if you don't change the way you think so you can change the way you feel. Anyway, so have a blessed day. Have an awesome weekend. My birthday is tomorrow. I just thought about that again. I knew my birthday was tomorrow, but I thought about it like again, like, oh, my birthday's tomorrow. My birthday tomorrow. My birthday tomorrow. Anyway, y'all, have a blessed weekend. Enjoy some great white wine if you're a wine drinker. If you want to taste some good wines, click on my link in my bio. Anyway, have a blessed day, and I pray that you receive this word. I pray that whatever it is that you're going through, I pray that you get through it. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not on your own understanding. And when you see things happening, it doesn't mean that you have to always understand what's happening, but trust in the Lord. Those are the first 4 words. Trust in the Lord. No, that's 4. First 4 words. Trust in the Lord. That's all you need to do. And relax. Okay? Anyway, have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.